Hey everybody, welcome to Metro Space School. I'll be conducting as your host today. My name is AJ Zambetti. I'm the Director of Creative and Brand Marketing, and today we'll be talking about the Builder Design Tools from Metro. We have a series of Builder Design Tools we'd like to go over with you that we have just released. Myself and Patrick O'Boyle will be giving demos on some of these tools for you to get an introduction to them and how they would best serve you. And go ahead on. What they are in general, it's a very easy way to customize and specify Metro products in 3D. And it makes it easy. Our stuff is complicated. It allows you to, with one click, add all of those components directly into the quote cart for easy ordering. And you might ask, why did we create these tools? You know, overall, our brand team always tries to improve the customer experience. So we've realized that there's a lot of pain points in some of our products because they're very complicated product offering. So a way that we came up with in order to simplify that process and make ordering our product and specifying easy are with these easy to use design tools. They have a lot of additional benefits like instant 3D rendering that you could share with the customer very quickly. So if a dealer or a rep would like to create a rendering and send it off to a customer, they can do that without sales support involvement. You can build units right in front of the customer in real time. You can do that in person, or with today's COVID situations, you could do it on a Zoom call. It gives you a detailed BOM of what you're quoting, and that's great because we know that building a top track or a smart wall unit, there's always one or two SKUs that you may forget. And it allows for less of an error, almost an error-free ordering process. We have cool AR feature in there, so you can show the customer what it can look like in their space. So if you're doing an assessment, you're out in the field and you're like, hey, wouldn't this be awesome if you put a smart wall above this 3-compartment sink or on this in this manufacturing facility over a workspace, and you can show them exactly what it will look like. If you're a consultant or a dealer who provide drawings, you can build the unit how you see fit, and then you can export the CAD and eventually the Revit. That's an area that we're working on to add to the larger plan. And you know, ultimately the end user can go on there. These things are very easy to use, and they can get right in there and then create what they want and share it with their rep or dealer for an easy, seamless, fast path to purchase. So I'd like to just quickly go over, we have a current offering is 4 builders. We have our shelf builder, we have our track builder, we have our wall builder, and coming really soon, so I call it a current offering, is our room builder, and we'll demonstrate those today. Pat can give you an overview of those. As you can see, all of them are, except for wall builder, are all beginner level, so they're very easy. No training really necessary. The only reason wall builder is a little more complicated is because it's a little trickier to know what to do in those situations. So you gotta, you know, have a little more in-depth paying attention a little bit. So without further ado, Pat, would you like to give us a run through?
Absolutely, thanks, Dave. So for starters, you know, how do you get to these tools? So by going to metro.com, up at the top of the page, you're going to see design tools. By clicking on design tools, it's going to take you that page that AJ is just showing you a preview of, or you can use the drop down and select the builder that you would like. So we're going to start today with the shelf builder. So you could, you know, adjust a lot here, you know, to go work top to bottom. You know, first thing here, what color, what finish would you like? You can change your finish. You're also offering specialty colors. So there's a couple other colors that are hidden here. Below that, select your width, your length, and your height of your posts. So for this example, we'll do 30-inch wide. We'll do 60-inch in length, and we'll change our post height to 63 inches. Below that, how many shelves and how many posts. For this example, let's do 4 shelves. We're going to keep it with 4 posts. And lastly, we'll make this a mobile unit And then if you have a mobile unit, you're going to want to pick casters based on your environment. So if I have a wet environment, I'll select a different caster for this. Across the left-hand side, you have a few things just to point out here. The first is the AR feature. So if you're working from an iPhone or an iPad, this will basically just turn on your camera. It'll show the unit in your space, or you can basically email to yourself, open it up on your phone, or just see what that will look like. Below that, you can do a parts list of the items that are on that particular unit. You can view this in just a larger screen, and then lastly here, export to 3D. So the one I really want to highlight here is a DXF file. That is your CAD. So if you're looking for a CAD image of a cart or something that you configured, select that DXF file, enter your email address, and you can email that file in about a minute or so. Last thing to highlight here is the save to draft. If you want to share this with somebody else, this will create a URL that you can share, keeping all of those changes that you've made. And then last is the add to cart. If you need for the end user listening, this is where, it'll send this quote off to a rep and they'll get back to you pretty quickly. So that is Shelf Builder. I'm going to move on to Track Builder. So similar kind of exercise here. It starts by, selecting your shelving style. So for this example, let's do Metro Max 4. It's going to give you the length of your total configuration as it sits right now. And then you can adjust your track length. So we'll make this track length 10 feet. What length do I want my stationary shelves to be? I'm going to keep them at 48. The width of those shelves, I'll make them 21. And then lastly, we're going to adjust our mobile units if we'd like to. We're going to make those 21 as well. And the one thing you'll notice is as you change the track length, it maximizes this amount of space in here with the most amount of mobile carts you can have. You can reduce that number if need be. And one other element to highlight here is it's going to tell you your aisle width. So very important, how much space do you have to move these mobile units around. And then lastly, how many shelves per mobile and per stationary unit. So a couple other elements here. We'll show quick track. So the exact same builder here, same options. Just want to highlight two other elements here. So if you wanted to put two quick track or top track units end to end, you can add a second unit. Or if you needed to do a double deep option side by side, you can do those options as well. Same set of options here on the left hand side. Show parts list. The full shelf count. Across all those mobile and stationary units, in addition to your track type and your kits, both end and mobile. So that is Top Track and Quick Track. And now we're going to move on to the Wall Builder. So, again, similar type of style. Start with your color and finish. Move on to what type of mounting style would you like, whether it's direct wall mount, wall mount with the hanging brackets, or wall track with uprights. For this exercise, we're going to do wall track with uprights. You could select how many grid sections you would like. So for this exercise, let's do 2. And you can change your upright height. From here, we're going to move on. We're going to start working on the first section to customize this. Then we'll do section 2. So how many shelves would you like? 1 or 2 shelves. We'll do 2 shelves in this option. And then, I'm comfortable with, the width and height right here, but here's where you can adjust the width, height, and the depth of your shelf. So for section 2, I'm going to add in a second shelf here. And now lastly, I'm going to add my accessories to this. So I'm going to start with 6-prong hook. And you'll see there's these white blocks that come up on front of the grid. This is going to stop you from placing accessories on top of other accessories. So just quick exercise here. I'm going to click on the blocks and drop a couple hooks. I'll come down and I will grab a basket. And you can see some of these blocks are starting to disappear. It's not going to allow me to place this too close to that center upright. So, you know, it's doing some of the thought process here for you, trying to make this as easy as possible. So I can drop my basket on here. You can see again, you know, conflict resolution, stopping you from putting items where you shouldn't be putting them. So again, that is my smart wall unit. Yeah, and similar to Top Track, you know, taking some of the legwork out of creating a parts list, you know, by using these builders. So again, they are the three that are live right now on the website. What I want to do right now is show you quickly what is coming. We expect these to be done the next few weeks, definitely by the end of the month. All the shelf builders are going to have the ability to add accessories. So, you know, I'm going to show the Max builder here with accessories. So the offering is going to be shelf-to-shelf dividers, enclosure panels, label holders, shelf ledges, and dividers. So I'm going to throw an enclosure panel on here. And for the sake of just showing what you can do, you can also add shelf ledges. These are stackable up to 3. And we'll throw some dividers in here. So click in, add a couple dividers. And then lastly, throw some label holders on this guy. And that is what you're going to see basically in a few weeks. You know, again, it's not going to be in any different space. It's just going to replace the existing. All right, so next let's move on to the room builder. So the room builder is going to give you a 10 by 14 room by default, and it's going to optimize all that shelving in that space. You know, for a room that's bigger, let's say your room is 15 by 20. I'll take my room, make it 20. So here's a 20 by 16 inch room, optimizing the shelving here. This is a 2-door layout, so you can change that door location. So if I move the door from the back of this room to the left, you can see the shelving is optimized to fit this base. So from below here, you know, we can adjust that front door location, that second door location. You can also set a minimum aisle width preference, and whether or not you want single depth peninsulas, or if you want double depth peninsulas, you can change those options here as well. And then lastly, if there's a need to keep shelving off of a particular side of the wall, you can do that as well. And, you know, again, similar to all the other builders, you're going to have your options for parts list. So, you know, the ability to generate a parts list. This is also going to optimize the amount of posts that are being used. So an opportunity presents itself to S-hook, you know, for corner units and that type of thing. It's going to do that as well. So again, parts list with the full count of shelves. So that is where we're going, and give it back to AJ.
Thanks, Pat. I think that gives you a good example of how we're trying to make customers' lives easier. We're trying to make your life easier. I think some of those tools can be extremely valuable. Myself have used the Top Track in certain instances, and it was a snap to create a Top Track unit for an available space on site in front of a customer. So I hope that you found these useful. Visit metro.com and you'll be able to find it where it says build in 3D, or go to the drop down at the top. If you have any questions, you can contact Pat O'Boyle at patrickoboyle@metro.com, and he can answer any of the technical questions you might have. Again, the goal is to keep it simple, keep it customer friendly, and not get into the weeds so far that not anyone can do it. So good luck. Play with it as much as you want, and have a good time.